This video was brought to you by Lord Daily, your source for reliable news. Nah, for real though, congrats to my boy Robertonico. Surge's runs for hitting 5K followers, and that's a big milestone on Twitter, and I'm really happy he hit it because he's been with me since the start, and seeing him grow like this is absolutely amazing for me. So yeah, bro, keep grinding, and let's get on with the video. In this video, I'll be talking about the PSV game, which was our first Champions League game for this season. I'll be touching the Sociedad game, and I'll be talking about the game against Girona that we got coming up. Now, as for the PSV game, this was our starting lineup. And there are a few players on here that I want to talk about, and the first one is obviously Lionel Messi. Messi did what Messi does best. He was really involved throughout the attacks and throughout the game, and he did really well. He got a hat-trick, and yes, it was against PSV, but that hat-trick boosted his confidence a lot. Next is Luis Suarez. To me, he's getting better game by game, but he still lacks that last touch, you know? He has that fighter instinct when he goes for the ball. That's what I love about him, but he just needs that final touch. He made a great assist for Messi's fourth goal, but he needs to be more clinical in front of goal when he's got chances by himself. Even Rakitic did well in this game, in my opinion. The thing with Rakitic is he has some games where he does really well, and he has some games where he does really poorly. To me, that goes down to the way the system is built, and he fits in a more direct system. That's what suits him, and that's what we saw with Croatia. To me, we got more fluid when Arthur and Arturo got on the pitch because they risk more as well. Arthur risks more when he's on the ball, even though he might seem like a side pass player because he doesn't make that many passes going forward. But he makes them when they're there, where Rakitic decides to pass it out wide or pass it back because he doesn't want to take that risk. And that's where the issue is. If we play against high-pressure teams, that's when he suffers. And that's why he needs a more direct system to fit his style of play. Our defense looked shaky at times, and that's what we need to fix up as well. And to me, rotation could be a good way of adding that competition. Maybe we could start Clement Longlegs, maybe we could start Thomas Vermaelen, but at least add some sort of competition so the players don't feel like their spot is secured, which would make them more prone to errors. And that leads me on to the next player, Sergio Roberto. Now, to me, when we have Nelson Semedo, we should not be starting Roberto at right back. We just should not, because Semedo is really good going forward. He links up really well with Ousmane Dembele. And yes, Semedo's end product isn't as good yet, but to me, he has a really high ceiling if we use him right. In games in the Champions League where we face weaker teams, where we are the clear favorites, I think we should field Semedo because he's just a better defender than Roberto. Roberto is not a defender. He's a midfielder, and he doesn't do that well in midfield now as he used to do. But I feel like we should use Roberto as a backup for the midfield or for the right back position, but Semedo should definitely start, especially in games where we have pacey wingers up against us because Semedo is faster than Roberto. Now, on to Ousmane Dembele and Felipe Coutinho. They both played really well, and Dembele is starting to seem more confident on the ball. Coutinho is starting to seem more confident as an interior. I think Coutinho can be really good as a midfielder for us, especially if he's on Dembele's side, because that way they could combine Coutinho with his long shots, Dembele with his long shots, and Messi coming in from the right side with his long shots could be really good for us. Now, as for Dembele on the left wing, he has played as a left wing under Thomas Tuchel back in Dortmund, and he's also done that with Barca at this point. So if he adapts well at that position, I think he could allow the freedom that Messi needs on his right side, and that way we could have a really lethal attack going forward, assuming that Suarez also gets back in form. So yeah, to me overall, the game was a good one for us. We did really well in some parts, and we looked shaky in some other parts. And obviously, you can't play really well for a full 90 minutes, especially not when you're playing under Ernesto Valverde. To me, Valverde needs to risk more. Give Arthur and Arturo a proper chance. You put Arturo in for the last, 10-20 minutes of a game. You can't do that big of an impact with such little time. And so the same thing goes for Arthur. To me, I think Arturo can be a really good player for us, even though he is as old as he is. But his experience and his creativity going forward, I think, can help us a lot if we use him right. Now, as for La Liga, our last game was against Real Sociedad. The starting midfield of Rakitic, Roberto, and Rafinha was absolutely terrible. No creativity, no chances. It looked so dull. There was nothing to that midfield. We had nothing until Busquets and Coutinho came on. And I don't like being negative, but we can't play like that and expect to win anything. Rakitic should not be on that pitch as a sole pivot. This is not him at Schalke. This is him at Barcelona. He is very different now from what he used to be, and Valverde needs to realize that. Our next league game, as you know, is against Girona, who we won 6-1 against last time with a Coutinho long shot, a Messi free kick, and a Suarez hat trick. And all of that after my boy Porto broke the deadlock for them early on. And he, alongside Christian Stuani, are players I do believe can cause trouble for us. If they are given the chance, they will punish you, and that's why we do need some rotation, even in defense. I feel like we should start somebody like Clement Longlegs in that defense, just to give him TT and PK some competition, because they have been shaky lately. And also, we need to start Semedo. This could be the perfect opportunity for him to gain some confidence, and we need to utilize that. Now, looking at it from Girona's point of view, they won their last game against a red-carded Celta 3-2, and they're probably full of confidence coming in from that. Going into that game with that mentality could also hurt us if we underestimate that. But against Girona, that's the kind of game where you can afford to rotate, especially when we're this early in the league. So let's hope he does that. So yeah, all in all, I'm looking forward to this game and hopefully to 3 points. And on that note, I want to thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more content like this. Let me know what you want for more content down below. If you have any ideas, any people I could do podcasts with or stuff like that, let me know down below. If there is something that you want me to change about my video style, the intro, the outro, like a name I could give y'all, let me know. And yeah, I want to thank you all so much for the support lately. 2.2k followers on Twitter is a big thing for me, so thank you. And to end it all off, Visca Barça y Visca Catalunya.